let's first start off with some sauce. So, today, right, there's a plethora of things I'd like to talk about. First off is hopping back on the horse, because I noticed that this past month, hey, your boy has been distracted. I fell off my discipline and celibacy horse. Yeah, let's just say I was just hanging by my ankle. It's like, yeah, in terms of, let's just say, my religious and spiritual, practices, I've been on the ball. But in terms of, hey, man, my physical and, nice times, because, I've learned I love shawties. It's undeniable. It's hey, man. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. But then it's like, yo, man, save that for October or December. So yeah, I fell off. Yesterday I cut the situation because clearly I was like, so cut the situation. So now we're in a slight process of mourning. That's why your boy was a little down yesterday. But today we're fine. And I noticed that there's a certain level that I've reached, right, of discipline. Yesterday, I knew that I fell off. First things first. Yesterday, I knew that I really fell off, right, the horse, when I woke up at towards 12. And I had a night terror. It's been a while since I've had a night terror. And I was like, hoo-wee. How did we get here? Honestly, I know how we got here, Yeah, throughout the day, I really felt like I was in a bit of a compromised state. I could taste it in my mouth. It's like I can taste the panic attack coming, Especially after, man, I just messed up my thought train. Especially after having had those panic attacks, it's like, yeah, there's certain things where I know that my heart's just a little too rapid. The saliva in my mouth tastes a little different, So I've been experiencing that, or I was experiencing that throughout the day. And I guess that was like the grand finale of, me digressing. I really digressed. I ain't even gonna lie. But I digressed in a dignified manner. I really fooled myself. And within fooling myself, I've understood what not to do next time, which is mainly like repressing, which is the major issue at hand. It's like you can be disciplined, but let's just say the energy that you're trying to avoid, personally, the energy that I'm trying to avoid, whether it's musical or sexual or whatever, in terms of consumption, in terms of indulgence, especially when it's excessive, I noticed that it isn't about avoiding it completely. It's a matter of the levels at which I engage. So for now, we cut it off fully, but then we need to find a way of regulating it. It's like listening to music on the weekends, right? But all of a sudden, I was listening to music during the week. Now I'm just bumping music. But then it doesn't interrupt my workflow. But it's just a little too much because I sacrificed a sense of clarity. So within that being said, I've understood, okay, cool. We need to now be disciplined enough to limit it to weekends, and create the right frame or the right time span for these specific things. So yeah, I guess that's my approach as I renew my sense of abstinence and discipline. I do expect to fail again, especially having had understood that, hey man, the failure was kind of predetermined by me knowing that, hey, we have some unfinished business. Yes, it's supposedly finished, but by the pattern of things, we're going to be on again. And I was like, okay, cool. I had this feeling, and I knew that things are going to get lit this time around. Because you know that makeup and breakup, how it's like. And then I was like, okay, sharp. The narrative, I'd already set the narrative prior to me even claiming abstinence and discipline. So, yeah, that's a bit of a problem, and especially when you let go of a narrative, it always comes back. It's different when you're holding on to a narrative and it just stays here in your head and you're just frustrated that it's not moving. But when you let go of a narrative and then, it finally hits a 360, I can kind of see that, okay, this hit is 360 and this was probably the loss because, yeah, I said when I cut it, I cut it, I cut it, and I cut it, I cut it. You feel me? But yeah, I could kind of see that, okay, sure, there's still other situations that'll probably pan out. They're not as developed, but man, I don't know. At this age, you kind of have an intuition and a feel for things. It's like me knowing that probably September is my most undisciplined season. And I've learned over the years since my early 20s to kind of like, just, ooh, put the brakes a bit on some stuff before I end up hurting myself a little too much, a little too permanently. And yeah, so I've understood that, okay, now with the way that things are going, my life is going, and how I'm changing. Yeah, in terms of like relational situations with shawties, I can kind of see that, nah, business is not finished yet. I might just be tripping, but yes, I guess that will probably be my next point of failure. But how is it that I'm going to fail, and to what degree? And what active steps can I take? I'd per se not repressing, right? Who it is that I am, my sexuality, and so on and so forth. But also doing what is necessary in terms of developing meaningful relationships, but not overindulging in it. Because, hey, man, I'm not going to lie, it's a fine balance. Yes, I'm probably overthinking it, but I really need to be conscious because nothing good really does come out of me lacking consciousness. Or let's just say I don't like leaving things to the elements. Leaving things to chance as if I don't even know that, what? I influence. My influence is huge. My influence is big. Got that BDE. So, man, it's just how life goes. So, yeah, it's just a matter of practicing responsibility at a higher grade and kind of being socially sophisticated. So that's it. I've renewed my vows. We're back in this, we're back at it in the game, and everything is going well, So let's just see how we do, and let's just see if we can surpass 3 months once again. Actually, this video is too long. I'm just gonna post the accountability, today's accountability, in a separate video. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. That's the source for today in terms of hopping back in it. And I guess the most valuable lesson that I've learned is that, yeah, I've pretty much learned about myself and how to take things to the next level and understanding my barriers and, how to go about things in a better manner.